Why do Nike shoes cost so much? It's the question almost everyone asks the moment they see the price tag. You walk into a store, pick up a fresh pair of Nikes, and suddenly you're looking at $150. $200. Sometimes $300 or more, especially if it's a limited edition drop. Is it just the swoosh you're paying for? Are you really buying cutting-edge athletic gear? Or is it just brand hype wrapped around foam and fabric? The truth is more complex than it seems. Nike's price tag isn't just about fashion or celebrity endorsements. It's a blend of innovation, performance engineering, sustainability initiatives, marketing genius, and cultural impact. And when you see the complete process from the very first sketch to the moment the box hits the store shelf, you begin to understand why millions of people willingly pay the premium. Nike isn't just a sportswear company. It's a global symbol of innovation. Every year, over 120 million pairs of Nike shoes roll out of factories across the world. Behind each pair is an investment of millions of dollars in research and development, especially in proprietary technologies like Nike Air, cushioning, Flyknit construction, and React foam, which aren't just marketing buzzwords. These innovations are engineered to enhance performance, comfort, and durability for athletes and everyday wearers alike. More than half of the materials used in Nike's production today are sourced from recycled materials, part of the brand's pledge to minimize environmental impact while still delivering top-tier products. This blend of high-tech design, sustainable production, and relentless attention to detail is part of what gives Nike its edge and its price tag. The company's journey to this point is the stuff of business legend. It all began in 1964 when Phil Knight, a former track athlete and Stanford MBA student, teamed up with his coach, Bill Bowerman. Back then, they weren't dreaming of global dominance. Their modest goal was to import high-quality running shoes from Japan to compete against expensive German sports brands like Adidas and Puma, under the name Blue Ribbon Sports. They slowly built their reputation. But a pivotal moment came in 1971 when Bowerman, always a tinkerer, experimented with a waffle iron to create a new outsole pattern. The result was a lightweight sole with superior grip, a breakthrough for runners. That same year, they rebranded as Nike, a name inspired by the Greek goddess of victory, a fitting nod to their ambition. The iconic swoosh logo, now recognized across the globe, was designed by a student named Caroline Davidson for just $35. At the time, no one could have imagined it would become one of the most valuable brand symbols in history. Nike's real explosion into popular culture came in the 1980s with one of the most famous endorsements of all time, Michael Jordan. The launch of the Air Jordan line in 1985 was more than just a sportswear release. It was a cultural event. Air Jordans became status symbols, fashion statements, and collectibles all in one. People camped outside stores for a chance to buy them, and the demand has never really slowed down. To this day, Air Jordans remain among Nike's top-selling lines. With millions of pairs sold each year, from that point on, Nike wasn't just making shoes for athletes, it was shaping lifestyle trends. They pushed the limits of shoe technology. With Nike Air for cushioning, Flyknit for lightweight comfort and sustainability, and React foam for energy return and support. Flyknit, in particular, became a sustainability success story, reducing waste by up to 60% compared to traditional manufacturing. That efficiency matters both for the planet and for keeping Nike at the forefront of performance footwear. But for all the high-tech magic, the journey of a Nike shoe starts in one surprisingly old-fashioned place, the design table. This is where teams of designers, engineers, and material experts collaborate to create the next big thing. They start with an idea, maybe a performance-driven running shoe, a streetwear-inspired lifestyle sneaker, or a reinvention of a classic silhouette like the Air Force One. Designers use advanced 3D modeling software to create virtual prototypes, allowing them to fine-tune every curve, seam, and stitch without the cost and waste of physical samples. Cushioning levels, outsole patterns, flexibility, and breathability are tested virtually before any material is even cut. Once the design is approved, the focus shifts to materials, and Nike doesn't take this step lightly. They source a wide variety of components from breathable mesh and synthetic leather to durable rubber and EVA foam. Many lines now use recycled polyester yarn spun from plastic bottles. And Flyknit uppers are made from precision-engineered recycled fibers. Before they're approved for production, every material undergoes a battery of tests: stretch tests, abrasion resistance, breathability measurements, and color fastness. Checks to ensure they'll hold up to both athletic performance and the demands of everyday wear. Top production then moves to Nike's manufacturing facilities, located in countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and China. Contrary to popular belief, these factories are high-tech operations where precision is everything. Skilled workers and automated machines cut patterns with laser-guided accuracy. Uppers are stitched or heat-fused, depending on the models. Design and then joined to midsoles and outsoles using industrial presses. For Air models, the signature cushioning units are inserted during this stage, each one carefully sealed and tested to ensure it will hold air pressure under stress. In Flyknit production, the uppers come off the knitting machines as a single piece, reducing the need for multiple layers and stitches, making the shoe lighter and reducing waste. Quality control is rigorous. Each shoe is inspected multiple times. Throughout the process, workers check for glue marks, misaligned stitching, or imperfections in the material. Shoes that don't meet Nike's exacting standards are rejected or recycled. Once a batch passes inspection, the shoes are laced, cleaned, and packed into the iconic orange Nike boxes, ready for global distribution. Nike's marketing machine is the final stage in creating value. And it's just as important as the product itself. They invest heavily in athlete sponsorships, high-impact commercials, and cultural collaborations. Whether it's a Serena Williams ad campaign, a LeBron James signature shoe, or a Travis Scott limited edition, Nike knows how to turn sneakers into coveted cultural artifacts. Scarcity plays a role to limited runs and exclusive drops keep. Demand sky high and resale markets booming. So yes, when you buy a pair of Nike shoes, you're paying for more than just foam and fabric. You're paying for decades of innovation, an unparalleled marketing empire, and a brand that has embedded itself into sports and street culture alike. You're paying for sustainable materials, meticulous craftsmanship, and the performance technologies that have been tested and refined over millions of miles run, jumped, and trained. And you're also paying for the story, the history, the moments, the cultural milestones that come with that swoosh. That's the real reason Nike shoes carry their price tag. For some, that makes them worth every penny. For others, it's just too much for something you wear on your feet. But one thing's for sure, Nike has built more than just a shoe. They've built a global phenomenon that shows no signs of slowing down. Ever wondered what it really takes to make a pair of Nike shoes? The same ones you see on the feet of professional athletes, celebrities, and sneaker lovers around the world. Behind every pair is a fascinating mix of precision engineering, high-tech innovation, and skilled craftsmanship that transforms raw materials into some of the most iconic footwear on the planet. The process isn't just about sewing fabric and attaching a sole. It's a perfectly choreographed dance between humans and machines, where every cut, every stitch, and every test has a purpose. Today, we're stepping inside the factory to uncover every stage of Nike shoe production, from the moment sheets of material arrive to the instant the finished sneakers are boxed and shipped out. You're about to see just how much science, technology, and artistry go into the shoes that carry you through your daily runs, intense training sessions, and casual weekend strolls. The cutting and shaping phase is where the transformation begins. Giant rolls of high-quality materials are moved onto massive cutting tables, where robotic arms take over the heavy lifting literally. These automated machines precisely pick up each sheet of fabric or synthetic material and position it with perfect alignment. With laser-guided accuracy, blades and cutters swoop in, slicing each piece into the exact shape needed for the shoe's panels, overlays, and upper components. This isn't just about speed, it's about consistency. Every cut has to be identical to the last to ensure that every size, shape, and style matches Nike's strict quality standards. On a single production line, thousands of shoe pieces can be cut each hour, meaning the factory can produce massive quantities without compromising precision. It's efficiency and craftsmanship working hand in hand. Now we move to one of the most exciting stages: sole making. If the upper part of the shoe is its style and personality, the sole is its foundation, the thing that makes a Nike shoe a Nike shoe. This is where Nike's famous Air technology comes into play. These soles aren't just rubber slabs, they're designed with built-in compressed air pockets that provide incredible cushioning and shock absorption. With every step you take, those air pockets work like mini trampolines under your feet, absorbing impact and giving you a springy, comfortable feel whether you're running, training, or just walking around town. Creating these air soles is a feat of engineering. Using advanced thermal molding and pneumatic technology, the factory forms tiny sealed air pockets within the sole material. The process involves heating specialized plastic molds to the perfect temperature, then injecting pressurized air to create the hollow chambers. Each sole is then cooled, sealed, and shaped to match the shoe design. But before any of them move on, they undergo rigorous durability testing. The soles are bent, twisted, and compressed thousands of times in simulated wear tests to ensure the air pockets won't collapse or leak after months or even years of use. This relentless quality control is one reason Nike shoes have built such a loyal following. They're built to last and feel great the entire time. Once the soles are approved, they head to the assembly line, where they'll be joined with the upper part of the shoe. Skilled workers and high-tech machinery work together here. The upper, made from layers of fabric, mesh, or synthetic materials, is stretched and shaped before being bonded or stitched to the sole. This step demands precision, because even the slightest misalignment could affect comfort, performance, or the shoe's overall look. Industrial sewing machines, capable of stitching with pinpoint accuracy, reinforce the seams so they can withstand constant movement, friction, and pressure. The finishing stage is where the shoe's personality really comes to life. Nike logos, brand labels, and decorative elements are carefully applied, often by workers who specialize in embroidery and detailed finishing. Using high-speed sewing machines, they stitch the famous swoosh logo onto the side with absolute precision. Small touches like eyelets, lace tips, and color accents are added to match the design vision. This stage is about more than just branding, it's about turning a functional sports shoe into a statement piece that customers will instantly recognize and want to wear. Before the shoes leave the factory floor, they go through some of the most stringent quality control checks in the industry. Every stitch is inspected, every logo application reviewed, and every sole attachment tested for durability. Shoes are placed into machines that simulate real-world movement, twisting, bending, and flexing them repeatedly to ensure they can handle everything from marathon training sessions to casual everyday wear. Nike has specific load-bearing and traction standards that every shoe must meet, meaning the outsole grip, midsole cushioning, and upper support are all evaluated before approval. Once a shoe passes all quality checks, it's time for packaging. Each pair is gently cleaned to remove any dust or marks, then carefully placed into Nike's signature orange and white boxes. Protective packaging inside prevents scuffs during transport, and the boxes are stacked neatly onto pallets for shipping. From there, they head to Nike's massive global distribution network. where trucks, ships, and planes deliver them to stores and customers across the world. Whether it's a standard model or a limited edition release, every pair makes its way from factory to consumer with remarkable speed and efficiency. But Nike's story doesn't end with great performance. Shoes, it's also about pushing boundaries in sustainability. Through their innovative Flyknit technology, Nike has dramatically reduced production waste. Flyknit involves knitting the upper part of the shoe from a single thread, creating a lightweight, form-fitting design while cutting material waste by an impressive 60% compared to traditional manufacturing. This approach not only reduces the environmental footprint, but also creates shoes that are breathable, flexible, and performance-ready. Nike has also taken big steps in recycling. The company's Reuse a Shoe program collects worn-out sneakers from customers and recycles them into new soles, playground surfaces, and sports courts. This circular approach means old shoes aren't just tossed into landfills, they're transformed into something useful again. By investing in eco-friendly materials and production processes, Nike is proving that style, performance, and environmental responsibility can go hand-in-hand, from the moment materials are unrolled on the cutting table to the instant a box is sealed for shipping. Every stage of Nike shoe production is designed for precision, performance, and style. It's a process powered by advanced technology, skilled hands, and a deep commitment to quality. The next time you slip on a pair of Nikes, you'll know the journey they've taken, thousands of tiny decisions, tests, and adjustments all working together to create the perfect fit for your feet. And there you have it, an inside look at how Nike transforms raw materials into the sneakers that inspire athletes and trendsetters around the globe. From the factory floor to your front door, it's a